What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dummy Warman. I'm coming at you with another video. And when it comes to Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed Shadows, nothing's really going good for this video game. Ever since the initial trailer came out, audiences around the world began criticizing it. For one, the very obvious inclusion of Yasuke, who was not historically a samurai, but on top of that, it was the consistent disrespect given to the Japanese audience, considering that this was a longtime fan favorite idea of setting the game within feudal Japan and having people actually play as a ninja or a samurai becoming a ninja or vice versa or any connection to that. It really did feel like a punch to the gut to the fan base when they saw Yasuke as the main protagonist. But besides all that, it was also seen as a massive sign of disrespect to Japanese audience, Japanese culture, and Japanese history, as we ended up seeing a consistent push and effort from Japanese audiences to denounce this game because they were upset with the consistent treatment they were receiving. Japanese gamers launched petition to cancel Ubisoft upcoming Assassin's Creed Shadows game. This is a serious insult to Japanese culture and history. But not just that, they specifically cited Asian racism because the major criticisms outside of Yasuke was the fact that you were including architecture, kanji, weaponry, foliage, all sorts of other stuff from other cultures. Chinese, Korean, Vietnamese, Taiwan, all that stuff, and you were just lumping it all into Japan and saying, look, Japanese because they're all Asian. Oh, but besides all this, this was even on the verge of causing international disasters, where you had politicians within the Japanese government even coming out and saying, this is such disgusting garbage that we take major issue with. Following this consistent backlash from the Japanese audience, Ubisoft felt like they needed to apologize to the audience. Even though I thought they were perfectly fine and A-okay with it, they issued an apology to the Japanese audience, which did just boil down to shut the hell up and buy our game. But after all this, after this consistent backlash from everybody, both Western and Japanese audiences alike, we ended up seeing that Ubisoft thought that it would be a right idea to delay the game initially from its initial launch in November of 2024 to Valentine's Day 2025. And by doing this, they decided to increase the budget by 20 million euros, which boils down to relatively 21 million US dollars. But recently, we had the announcement that they decided to delay it one more time. Assassin's Creed Shadows delayed again. Will this game be the end of Ubisoft? They decided to delay it, though, to a very interesting date, March 20th, 2025, moving it a month back from Valentine's Day. And to us Western audiences, we would think that this is a innocuous date. There's no real reason for it. It's just a date. There's nothing really big going on around March 20th here in the States or in the Western world as a whole. But that date actually has some significance to the Japanese audience. Yeah, actually, Assassin's Creed Shadows' new release date is anniversary of the worst modern domestic terror attack in Japanese history, another wildly tone-deaf Ubisoft move towards Japanese culture. Wow! Who would have seen that coming? Now, this doesn't just act like any ordinary terror attack. No, this is like putting something out on 9/11 here in the States. This is a massive terror attack that saw thousands of people get brutally injured and other people actually saw death. This was a tragic day in Japanese history and for Japanese citizenry as a whole, and it is seen as a day of remembrance and a day to mourn and also feel the the moving forwards and understand that we rose above something. This is actually a serious day for them, and Ubisoft is coming out here basically saying, hey, here's this game for Japanese audience. We're just going to put it out on the day that remembers your terror attacks. Wow, how smart is that? But let's get more specific, shall we? Because I want people to realize just how disrespectful Ubisoft has been to the Japanese audience and to Japan as a whole. Ubisoft handling of Assassin's Creed Shadows has sparked yet another controversy, this time over its newly announced release date. The game, delayed twice, already is now slated to launch on March 20th, 2025. A date that marks the 30th anniversary of the Tokyo subway sarin attack, Japan's deadliest modern terror incident. For a game purportedly steeped in Japanese history, this decision has left many questioning Ubisoft's sincerity and sensitivity. It's a glaring misstep in a development cycle already riddled with accusations of disrespect and historical inaccuracies. And let's see what the details were about this attack, because I want people to just know how awful it truly was. The Tokyo subway sarin attack, carried out by the Shinrikyo cult on March 20th, 1995, resulted in 13 deaths, over 50 severe injuries, and temporary vision impairment for nearly 1,000 people. On that day, there were 5 coordinated attacks in which perpetrators released sarin, a chemical warfare nerve agent, on 3 lines of the Tokyo Metro during rush hour. The trains attacked were all passing through Kasumigaskai and Nagatatacho, where the National Diet, or Japanese Parliament, is located in Tokyo. It remains a somber day in Japanese history, commemorated as a reminder of the tragedy and resilience of its victims. For Ubisoft, a company claiming to have undertaken extensive research into Japanese culture and history for Shadows, a game in which you play as a large black man hacking, slashing, and bludgeoning his way through scores of Japanese people, the decision to release the game on this anniversary seems either shockingly ignorant or blatantly disrespectful. Given the gravity of the attack, the release date is an especially sore point for critics who have already accused Ubisoft of mishandling the game portrayal of Japan. This is disrespectful on another level. This is so sickening to see this. And it's coming from a company that constantly says, hey, we're trying to respect the Japanese audience. Hey, we're trying to respect your culture. Hey, we're trying to respect your history. We've actually done this deep amount of research into it. And all we keep seeing over and over and over again is a constant stream of disrespect, a constant stream of denial. And the reality is, you don't know jack crap about what you're actually catering to here. And this isn't even the first time something like this has been revealed within this game. We've had issues with game art, little collectible art figures and stuff like that coming out that depicts a broken torii gate that specifically was destroyed during the bombings of Nagasaki and Hiroshima. That has significant meaning for the people of Japan, but you decided to take it and make a little cutesy little avatar for it for your audience as a merchandise. This is something extremely important for the people of Japan, and all you did was act like it's a little landmark. We'll just make something cutesy out of it. Oh, we have constant accusations after accusations of frickin' plagiarism, where you're outright stealing art, stealing banners, stealing content from other Japanese areas. We have swords from Roanoke Zoro, from One Piece in particular, was taken, and we have a banner from a Japanese reenactment group that was blatantly ripped from their own marketing and used for your frickin' game. Oh, and by the way, more on the fact that they don't know anything about the Japanese audience or even Japanese history. The man who specifically is trying to cite the fact that African samurai Yasuke was truly a thing is nothing more than a political activist steeped in lies and misinformation and constant mistranslation after mistranslation, purposely done in the pursuit of pushing political narratives after political narratives. This is just some examples of what this game has. This is just some examples of how you truly view the Japanese audience and how you truly view their history and their culture. You did no real research into this. You did no real guidance to this. You don't even know anything about this culture, and you keep just looking at them and saying, look, it looks Japanese, go with it. If you did a modicum of research, you would have figured this stuff out. Heck, even looking up dates, you would probably figure out, hey, we probably should have put this out on March 20th. We should probably put it out maybe the week later or the week earlier, because this is stuff that you need to know. If you're trying to cater to this audience, if you're trying to cater to these people, if you're trying to say that you're actually respecting these people, well, then you would do this work. You would actually do the legwork. But all I see is that you're just a corporate entity trying to shovel slop, all while virtue signaling, saying, we're here for you guys. We're here to represent you guys. We're here to try and cater to you guys, even though you're not. And it only leads me to the fundamental belief that Ubisoft truly wants to go bankrupt at this point. There's no other sign that tells me otherwise. This game needs to be a success, and you keep pissing off the people that you are supposed to be trying to convince to buy your game. But guess what? It constantly looks like you just want to lose, you want to have the game fail, and you want to go bankrupt. But I'm going to leave it there. Let me get your guys' thoughts on all this down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share it out, friends. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video go live, guys. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.